What's going on, Gundam fans? So, I've been thinking about doing a video for quite some time now, and I kind of keep forgetting to do it, but I thought this would be a good time to do it. So since the ending of Gundam Evolution is happening, it is kind of sad, and honestly, to be honest, to be fair, I really enjoyed the game, and I really liked it for what it was. Most people didn't, but you know what, I was the few people that really enjoyed it. Especially the trailers that dropped were actually really good. A lot of them I really liked. So, in this video, we're going to be covering the top I guess top 7 videos, top 5, I guess, for the most part, because, I mean, I know there's only like 7, I think, for something like that, but there were a good amount I really enjoyed, some I didn't like, but I want to rank them from, from the bottom to the top, so obviously top 1 being the best, and of course, I don't know if I'm going to include the last one for the camper. I guess maybe I could for the most part, so I'll include those videos and I'll put them in order, so let's get to it. So I would say the first one, I guess the top bottom one, well, I guess the bottom one would start off is actually season 3 Defensor, and you'll see why. So this is the one with the Hyperion Gundam. So the music was cool for sure. I liked it. I liked the aesthetics of the gym sniper and them fighting. And I think overall, I mean, I think the biggest problem was with this one is that no one really, unless if you're like a really huge Gundam fan, you probably know who this is. But I think overall, in my personal opinion, is that overall, like, I just had no idea what this was. I mean, don't get me wrong, the submachine gun is great. He's a great character. He's super OP. Like, he's really fun to play. And that part was cool. I'll be honest with you. That shield thing was pretty nice. And the submachine guns were pretty strong, so that was nice to have too. And of course he had a shield. Now, why you say, hey Wing, why is that a problem? He seems so strong, he's OP. Well, the problem was this came right after the new Gundam, and the new Gundam was a shield as well. So why would you put a character that has a shield as well, not even its ability, and with a shield on its side? So I felt like the timing or either just the character right after made no sense to me. I mean, the art is, the alt is pretty cool. I mean, the charge and stuff like that kind of reminds me of Reinhardt from, like, Overwatch. But the problem with that, too, is, like, we had so many characters in this game that already do a charge. The Zaku, the Ashmere, yeah, they all have, like, a certain charge alt. So for me, it's like when you're charging in there, I mean, I don't know, it's okay. I guess you can say he's like the main one, I guess, or like the main front to go in there, I guess. Oh, and the Rick Dom also. Oh, the Dom also has a charging too. So overall, I feel like there was no comparison. There was no rival to go with it, so it felt just kind of bland to me. But again, if you're familiar with the Gundam Seed series, the manga side story, the Hyperion's in it. So I see what they're trying to do. Just for me, it's on the bottom. I didn't really care too much about this one. And we have next is the Susano or Susano, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, for this one, the character is really fun to play. He's actually a better version of Genji. Again, I think with this one, the problem was, it was a double character right after a double character. And I think that kind of changed my, I guess, mind about it. I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. But the music is really good, so I will give him that for sure. And I guess this Susano is actually pretty hype. And I like how they changed the music just for this one too, so it's actually kind of cool. And of course, just watching the gameplay, with the melee attacks, it's pretty strong. But the ult was kind of like bland. It just felt like it was just like upgraded, like, you know, basically a stronger, more powerful version of it. But even then with the Trans Am, I felt like, I don't know, I feel like in this game with the Trans Am, there has to be some kind of ability where you can like reverse, right? Like kind of like, you know, how Tracer does when he does like that time loop, something like that where you can dodge it. But overall, I mean, the Susano design is pretty good in this game, and again, the music definitely makes it hype for sure. And it definitely gives that rival to the Exia, or well, it should have been the Double Riser, but you know, the Exia's already there. That was kind of cool. You know what this reminds me of? Storm. It reminds me of Naruto Ninja Storm. And I think that's what kind of reminded me of. I was like, Naruto Ninja Storm? But yeah, I think with everything with that, I thought this was also kind of the second to bottom one for me, to be honest. But as mentioned, I really enjoyed the character, and I really like him in the game. He's actually really fun. So definitely my character for sure. And so this is the, I believe this is the Light of Z Season 6, which was the Zeta. Now, again, with these trailers, though, I will give them props for really putting the effort and time into, like, the animation, and as well as, you know, being able to take some scenes and to make into a continuity from the other scenes. And I don't know, just a lot of these scenes just really mimic the anime series for, you know, Gundam, which is nice. I do appreciate that. Now this was a nice little callback because if you remember, the Guntik actually took out the Ashmere in the Heavy Arms trailers, so it's kind of funny how there's like payback here. So this was cool because if you watch the anime in Zeta Gundam, this eye thing right here is actually a very cool callback to the Zeta theme. I did like that transformation sequence, was really cool. Actually, I don't remember seeing this map. I just remembered, like, I was playing this game the other day. I don't think we played this map at all because I'm like, where is this map? I didn't remember ever seeing this at all. So I don't know if the map ever came out or we just never get the map. Yeah, that's what I realized. I don't think I've ever seen this map before. And I don't remember this part either. Yeah, and the problem with this one is I didn't really like the sequence. Like, it was cool for a little bit, but it just went way too long because that was like, let's see, so that was like from here. So like from 50 to like, yeah, like almost like 20 seconds, like 30 seconds maybe at most. Yeah, they're still going. So that was like, yeah, almost like 20 plus seconds of just them flying. But the Zeta Gundam transformation is cool though, when they actually focus on the transformation. Yeah, I don't remember this map. Yeah, that was a cool ult, because that like paralyzes all of them or something like that, so that was really cool. The Light of Z. I mean, I do like the color separation. The color separation is really good. Again, but it's honestly still one of my bottoms. I wasn't really too excited for it, but it was cool though. It was just one of the things I wish, you know, came a little earlier. But overall, I think those were kind of like my, you know, negatives about it. But overall, the good thing is, it is a cool color scheme, and it is a Zeta Gundam, so I was pretty hyped about that. So this was the Gundam Unicorn Season 1 trailer, so this will be my next one for sure. Of course, they mentioned a lot about the, this is basically the trailer for the game, and kind of bringing in the roster, the first 12 rosters of the characters. So this was cool, a little introduction. Okay, now I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a fan of the Zaku 2 Melee. I get it. It's cool how there's a character Melee, but I felt like this was kind of lazy writing, and I was not too excited because it felt like they were just adding another Zaku, so it didn't really help. Cool character. I just, I don't know. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I just felt like they could have added another character instead of, another Zaku, I guess. But this was cool though. Now, this was a cool, nice little design where like they kind of had like different multiple color schemes of the RX-78. So you can see it's original, red, and blue, neon, gold. So that was a nice little touch up. So basically they're just explaining like, hey, you can change colors for your Gundam, which is cool. That was kind of cool too. The Exia, so I think it's when they announced the Exia 2. And then the Mahiru was interesting. This was actually an interesting roster because I think all of us were like, what the hell? What the hell is a Mahiru? Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of us had to Google it and figure out who the hell a Mahiru was, and it's from the Turn A series. Honestly, I kind of wish they made this into a model kit. It's actually very, very unique, and I think it'd be a really cool model kit to build. So yeah, Bandai, you're listening. Yeah, make this into a model kit because I'm pretty sure a lot of people would buy this. This is really, really cool design. I haven't seen anyone use the Mahiru route, actually, to be honest, since playing. So I was like, okay, cool, it's 2 new characters, right? But then like, oh no, what's going on? What did they see? And to be honest, this kind of hyped me up a bit. I thought this was cool. Now I know we've seen the Unicorn like a billion times, but this was still pretty hyped, and I give them credit for this one. This was really cool. It even had like the epic music going with it. And the B Magnum gun was actually kind of cool. Like the ult. It was actually fun to use. It made you feel really good when you get the shots in. So the Unicorn was also a good addition too, for sure. But yeah, so I would say the Unicorn definitely helped to make this trailer, a lot better for sure. Now we're down to the top 3, and the top 3 for this one, first, third would go with the Dynamis. This was a really good addition. I think this was definitely pretty hyped. And of course, they're announcing the new events, or the new game, what do you want to call it, or I don't know. This was cool, the dodge from the Exia. I wish that could have been a really cool move. Now this was really cool because we saw the sniper and immediately we're like, oh, that's the Dynamis. And the Dynamis is very popular in the Western for Gundam fans, so this was definitely really, really cool. And it looked really, really nice too. And the sniping was excellent. It was so fun to watch. And I didn't notice this either, but I guess they were trying to explain that there's an armor around it. It don't only so much shield, but it'd been cool. You actually had the shield plates. But yeah, no, the Dynamis was really cool, and the trailer was really epic to watch too. Especially at this part, when you pull out the dual pistols. That was so useful. I like how you just throw away your guns, Kind of similar to like the show, and plus maybe like Reaper. That Trans Am was pretty nice too. And this standoff for the gym sniper was kind of cool. Like, look at that, like, standoff. So this was cool. This was a really cool season, and I think this definitely hits the top 3 for sure. Ballista. That was kind of cool. And so, I'm going to give top 2 to the Gundam Evolution Mobius. Now, I thought it said Morbius, so I think a lot of people were like, Morbius? Like, the vampire? But this trailer was pretty hype. Not because, well, I think it's because it was season 2, so it was definitely something different. And it was really nice about this because, well, this part was really cool. When you're watching this part, it's like, oh no, the zombie's taking out one of the funnels. What are they gonna do, right? But as soon as I saw the funnel right here, I immediately got super excited. I was like, oh shoot, it's the freaking new Gundam, dude. And it's super hype. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't care for the new Gundam as much, but this trailer did such a good job in teasing him. And I guess a lot of people were like, okay, where's the new Gundam? Because, if there's a zombie in the game, there should be a new Gundam. So this was a really cool addition, and how epic that was, how he came in, which was really nice. But yeah, this was super cool. And I like how they actually explained the flip. It's like, whoa! it's like how do you dodge it, right? You use the rocket. Whoa! and the ult, the G maneuver for the shield was really really cool. Which is why it was weird how the Hyperion had the exact same thing and pulled up the shield too, and I was like, wait, isn't this just the new Gundam? And that's what kind of bothered me. I was like, why do you need another shield character when they should be all unique in a way? But them fighting like this was really cool to watch. Like, the sequence was nice. I imagine they actually did that in the game, though, having their funnels go at each other. So this was a nice rivalry between Char and Amuro, which is really cool. Yeah, that was cool. That was a really nice little tease right there for season 2, and I think a lot of people were pretty hyped for the new Gundam for sure. So this definitely goes on my top 2. So of course, they saw the teaser, they mentioned the camphor, so that's when the camphor comes out. And definitely a lot of people were excited for the camphor for sure. Again, I just wish it came out earlier, because this was definitely one of those Mobius suits were super hyped. And of course, they really focused on the anime adaptation of it, like how the camphor flies out. And there's a comparison video on it as well, and someone did it on YouTube. So this was really cool. The dodging, flying, the shotgun. If only camphor was actually this powerful, right? Yeah, if you watch the series, he dies pretty quickly, unfortunately. But every scene right here is exactly from the anime. And man, those shotguns there, that shotgun from the camphor is so cool. They basically just made this character super overpowering. They're not gonna even nerf this guy, dude. This guy is just way too cool. I mean, there's no point. It's the last one anyways. The ult was nice too. So that was really cool. And of course, I kind of wish they made a better trailer for that. That's why I don't really put that in there, because it didn't feel like a trailer. It just felt like, oh, it was just the last one. So of course, we saw the Unicorn, Season 1, Season 2, which was the new Gundam, Hyperion, Season 3, Season 4, oh, Season 3 still technically, for Ignition, Season 4 for Ballista, Season 5 for Storm, Zeta, Season 6. Yeah, so, and I guess this is Season 7, I guess, the last shooting. So it's kind of sad, because oh man, this was really cool. This was a lot of cool stuff. Great artwork, by the way. This was amazing. So, again, I wish they kind of did more of this, but overall, it has to come to an end, and it's a little sad, but overall, it is what it is. Thank you, Gundam Evo, for putting all your hard work. I know it wasn't easy going through the path you guys have been going on, especially with all the with all the hate and all that stuff and love, whatever. But honestly, there are a majority of us that do like the game, and we all enjoy the game as well. So thank you so much, Gundam Evo, for making this for this game for us. And yeah, thanks so much. And again, this is your first time here, be sure to like and subscribe, and like the channel, comment, what are your thoughts on it, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hey, I was watching that.